And then they'll
or
say,
you could just
well, we'll
say,
read you your portal, but you have to call in and give us your social security number. You have to report that you're real. You know how it is that how much trouble I had to go through to tell you, hey, Richie, I am real. Do I sound real or am I a bot? I'm a
no,
pot bot.
you
I'm
are
a
real,
pot-headed pot bot.
but like just basically because you're the way that you communicate is hectic.
Yes, it is. Do you
It's
know
a bit
why? I have one phone that speaks German. Why the
right.
hell that thing decided it wanted to turn German, I have no clue. That's the other phone. That's the phone that I cannot use on your channel. And it's the one that's charged up right now. This one doesn't. This one has 9% charge left. So I have to talk fast and either contact you on that one, but that one says use that phone and prove you're who you are on this phone. I tried to call you on that phone for this little whatever the heck we're doing here. To tell you, like, please play some
You need
music.
to come onto the stream. You need to be logged into your YouTube, so you
Yes,
need
and
to log.
evidently I
Yeah,
have to fix the German speaking phone to tell it to speak English so that I can talk to you in English. Because even though I'm an American English speaker, we dumped all the tea in the whatever the hell we did in Boston. All the witches did that. The men did shit. I'm a witch now. I have a portal. I have to get off this phone and charge it. Sing some songs or let somebody else speak for a bit, and I will come back again and I will tell you the sad, sad story of the day that my daughter died. Because at the same time that my daughter died, my sister was driving the car and she lived for 12 years in a freaking coma. You know anybody been in a coma, Mr. Ritchie?
me.
You? Yes. So as soon as you say coma, I'm in for life. Okay. This phone is hot now. It's hot to get on a charger. And I haven't even finished my juice yet, nor have I had a shower. Do I care? No,
That's because
I'm off
the processor in your phone is working overtime because because we're streaming.
because
So
I have two phones now and I want one. This was my first phone. I've replaced it once through the insurance. It cost me $400 for my free phone. And then I don't want to pay that again. Would you want to pay $400 a second time around when I'm 61 and I got this phone for my 60th birthday? Because yay me, I made it to 60. No,
I
no.
I didn't pay $400 like for so this phone was the cheapest one
Yeah, I
that
have
I
one of those too.
could get. It was €200.
Yeah.
And it's just a shitty Android. I've
Yeah, I
got
have a shitty
I've
Android too. I have
I've got two
two
iPhones.
brand new Androids. I have two brand new. You know how much money I spend per month on telephone service and internet combined? $335.25. Let's just say, yay me! I
That's
have to do
crazy.
something. I have to do something. You know how much I spend on electricity? Do you have electricity at your home in England?
I'm not in England. I'm in Tenerife, but
Oh, you're in
my
Tenerife. That's
electricity
right. I knew that. See, I've never
the
been to England. I've never
electricity
been
here
to England. I've never been to Tenerife. I want to go to Scotland. I'm Scottish. I'm more Scottish than the Scots. But I live in Pennsylvania or Transylvania or whatever the hell we are here these days. Trump's coming. He said bullshit on that ear whack. Try again, buds. So anyway, it's all a selection. I select that man as opposed to the whore in the more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not allowed. My husband says, honey, you need 5 million Facebook accounts. Are you trying? I said, I'm trying my best. I can only get 15 people to look at my picture that I put up there for the first time ever this week. Anyway, I have to go because this phone is dark and dungeness. It says 5%. We shut you down. Anyway, I will call you back at some point in time. Sing a
Okay.
song or let the Sasquatches have a squeal.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us,
Mhm.
Esther.
Anytime. Anytime. Bye.
See you later. Have a
Mhm.
great
Yep.
day. Shout out to OTW, by the way, and Andrew Langlois. Um, it's funny how 007, how to mention what he just mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I don't get it. You're muted, dude.
That was right when I linked up, and I'm not 100% sure exactly where we were at in that. I just wanted to document some of that. That's hilarious.
Esther's awesome, man. Like she's I think she's probably an incredible person. It's going to be excellent getting to know her.
I feel bad for her because a lot of people don't realize that fake sciatica is a thing.
Right.
Okay, so when you have real sciatica, this is a byproduct of some typically. Now, there are other reasons sciatica can occur, right? But typically it has to do with something that you do a lot of, kind of like carpal tunnel. Like you lock your knee and bend over a certain way, and you do it all your life, and that group of muscles around the nerves in your hip get thicker and thicker and thicker, and eventually start closing off the nerve path. And when that happens, you start getting this feeling like somebody's stabbing you with an ice pick, right? Fake sciatica is the exact same sensation, but it's not caused by a nerve in your hip. It's caused by a nerve in your back. And so no amount of anything you do will fix it because you think the pain's in your hip. You feel it in your hip. I had real sciatica. And I'd gone to the doctor for it a couple of times, but then I fell through a floor and cracked my pelvis. And when I did, I changed the shape of the little hole that the nerve goes through.
He fixed your sciatica.
Yeah, I mean, it took 8 years being on smack to get over it. But yeah, in a way, I haven't had that sensation since. But it is absolute. It's horrible. Hello, Michelle, Andrew, welcome. Isaac, good to see you.
I've not had sciatica, but I've had pain in my my sciatic nerve has flared up. So yeah, and yeah, I remember my mum having sciatica as well. Not being able to sit down in the car and drive because the pain, shooting pain down her leg.
Yeah, my dad had it real bad, and when he'd get off work, he'd sit down. And he was fine as long as he was up walking around. It was when he tried to sit down in like a comfortable chair or whatever, like 10 minutes, he'd be fine. And then he'd start banging his legs around and swinging them back and forth like restless legs. But it wasn't restless legs. It was his sciatica acting up. But he's so stubborn, he wouldn't go to a doctor. So he didn't know what it was. He's just like, feels like somebody's burning me. Yeah. So he'd just stand up, walk around.
Yeah. I got an issue with basically where I've got no fat left on my body at all now, and all the muscle is fucking atrophied. So I don't have an ass, so I'm sat on my pelvic bone, and that if you sat on it, like, yeah, it gets painful just sitting down after a while because it's like sitting on fucking broom handles.
I'm not laughing at you, bro. I'm laughing with you. Okay. Where were we? I'm not even sure where to go from that.
I can't remember what you were talking about. Something.
I mentioned a dream, but that's not important.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So one thing I did start doing with these live streams, first of all of them that I've got a bunch of views on and a bunch of view time, a ridiculous amount of view time. I did one stream with it was Midlife Bro Logic, I think Juicy J the other day. I got 15,000 views and something like 180 hours of view time in like a 3-hour stream. Wow.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
We were talking about Magic the Gathering and the whole fucking. And you were talking about your friend and the blue whale,
right?
The blue whale that bundled him over the.
Right. This freaking Kool-Aid haired nut job comes in and assaults my buddy. He goes to they run off to the bathroom, and while they're in the bathroom, security shows up. They gather up around the outside of the bathroom, but then decide that since they're all men and can't go into the women's bathroom. They throw my buddy out. And then he receives an email a few hours later about how he is banned from absolutely all Magic the Gathering things forever. And he was
But
just like, you know what?
Aren't they woke though? I mean,
They are now. Yeah.
couldn't he just say that he identifies as a woman?
I mean, his response was to go on eBay and sell all his Magic the Gathering stuff really, 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 really cheap. Like ridiculously cheap. He gave that crap away. He just wanted it to go somewhere out of state. That was his only requirement.
I never got into it. I never got into football cards. Magic
Into it, no.
Gathering, no.
Do have a
I didn't even try it, you know.
Well, I do have a collection of cards and stuff. I worked at a rental store for years and years and years. And sometimes when you were doing that kind of stuff, they would send what do you call them? Like memorabilia of different types with it. Anyway, they would send like memorabilia of different types, and I've got a bunch of old WWE and WCW hogs and cards and those do not disturb door hangers and stuff. I got things like Yoko Ono and not Yoko Ono, Yokozuna cards, like old wrestlers from back in the mid 90s. Just I've got some baseball cards from the late 80s.
So do you remember when like they did sticker books and stuff where you go and buy the pack and it would have 6 stickers in it, and then you had a big fold out thing, or maybe it was a book, like you had a booklet and you could stick the stickers in the you had to fill the book with the stickers basically. I remember doing that once. That may have even been for football. But it was just a whole thing of going and getting the little packet, because there'd be a little bit of sticker gum or something in the packet with it. You'd get a suite with the 6 cards or 6 stickers or whatever it was.
Right.
Man, they've been fucking us our entire lives. Getting addicted to sugar, giving out. Like basically, they've been handing out crack cocaine with their magazines and their cards, because essentially processed sugar has the same effect on the brain. The brain lights up in exactly the same way as it does with crack cocaine when high levels of processed sugar are being ingested. So it is crack. They're sending out free crack. Like I used to love it when they'd stick a Highland toffee bar to the Beano, you know, or the Dandy. You get Highland toffee bars and Whiz bars. Did you get Whiz bars and Highland toffee bars?
We don't have Whiz bars over here, but I have heard legends and myths of Whiz bars. Like
Whiz bars
I've ever encountered.
Fizzing popping candy, basically fizzing popping candy in a just pure sugar stick. I can't eat it now. It hurts your teeth so much, and it pulls out it'll pull out many fillings I've got and fucking get yanked out. Same with the Highland toffee, man. Can't eat Highland toffee anymore. Smoking Auditor, how you doing?
Need to move my camera a little bit more. Wait.
I get it now, actually. Andrew, I get your comment about my stream, because I didn't realize you weren't in my chat. You're in Sasquatch's chat. So my stream title is old and not really relevant now to the conversation since Sasquatch joined.
But I edited it a little bit. I took out the scumbags.
Oh, the hashtag scumbags.
Yeah.
I should have just put hashtag YouTube scumbags.
Well, that's one of the things. Oh, Bo, golly, take a nap, baby. You need a nap. You need that beauty sleep. You're a pretty, pretty man. You need to get that pretty, pretty man some sleep.
Is that Scully Pop?
Yeah, Skelly Pop ASMR. He does he does like, it's hard to explain. You remember when I was doing I told you about being in YouTube plays doing
Yeah,
reads
yeah,
and stuff?
yeah.
That's him. That's the guy that was running the show over there.
Right, Scully's House of Horrors.
Yeah, it was Skelly's House of Thrillers, Skelly's House of
Yeah.
Horrors, different stuff. What's up, Snark? Zippity doo dah, baby. Oopie.
Snark and Sass.
But yeah, I started doing a couple of things a little different, since a lot of people don't like the vertical streaming just at all. What I would do is, most of my streams are still in like the normal format, this format, and people who have, aren't monetized but are trying to monetize, they have the view hours but not the subscribers. I suggest to them they do vertical streams, and then when they do it, I join them in co-stream. Usually I'll put the link. This is the one time I have an exception on putting a video link in my chat. Anybody that wants to can put a channel link in my chat or mention it, and one of the mods will. That doesn't remove people from my stream. But when I'm co-streaming with someone else, and the purpose of this is to try to help them get enough subscribers to be monetized, because they've already got all the gears and stuff that they need for it, I'll share their live stream link for the live stream I'm in, right? And that way it kind of reroutes a little bit of activity in that direction. Something I have noticed though, if we both start at the same time, like if I get the link before we go live and I do that, it works much, much better than if somebody starts a stream for 10 minutes while I'm trying to get my crap together and then I join it. I'm not sure why this is, but the original channel starter, the original live stream starter, won't get the kind of views that I get, and nothing I can do will send viewers that way. It's like the link doesn't work or something. It's weird.
Dude,
what's up, Kermit?
Because of my experience with YouTube, I just don't give a fuck about any of it, and the analytics or any of it. Occasionally I'll glance at just to see like if my subscribers have increased at all. Last time I looked, they jumped from like 650 to now I've got 715. So in the last couple of months I've had another 65 or something subscribers. But my trolls are active again, so I don't know how many of those subscriptions really mean anything. That it's not like, because my chat hasn't grown anymore, really. It's the same people in the chat. So yeah, it's I just don't. Well, YouTube is not ever like it used to work normally for me, and just for so long I've been getting my channel, my videos deleted. Before the coof, all they did was delete my videos. I didn't get strikes. I was just getting videos deleted. And then once the coof happened, it was strikes. Strike, until they deleted 2 channels and 4,000 videos.
Right. Good morning, Firm. Good morning, everybody. I know this is unusual, and I have a double header Sasquatch Shills tonight, but I was just going to come up here and talk to Richie for a minute, and then some very interesting Portal discussion took place, and I thought, man, I can't just leave this laying around here flopping like a
I get it now. I was thinking it was all more mystical and magical, but it's the medical portal.
Yeah,
it's being given online in America, so I get it now. I just would, yeah. I haven't been to a doctor. I don't see why anybody would want to go to a doctor. Why don't we go to healers? I want to go to a healer, not a doctor. I'm sick of doctors doctoring shit. I want to go to a healer.
I
But
ever tell you about my buddy who went to
I
college
haven't
for
needed to go to a healer. So, sorry, say that again.
I ever tell you about my buddy that went to college for doctoring? It's a stupid story. It's so dumb. All right, so homie was like a little short, cute guy, right? Like all the chicks wanted to try to jump him, but he didn't actually believe this. But he was also kind of a moron, you know, like he just was uneducated in the general education system, and so when you talk to him, sometimes he'd talk himself into a corner without realizing what he'd done, right? Okay, so we're sitting around over here in town at this coffee shop one afternoon. We'd both just gotten off work, and I stopped by because it was air conditioned, and he comes by for the same reason. We didn't work together; we were different places, but we ended up in the same spot, and we were sitting there talking. And while we were talking, there was a table full of chicks next to us, and they were talking about a party that was going to happen in a town nearby. And while we're sitting there BSing back and forth, drinking coffee and, you know, discussing what we were going to do for the afternoon, we decided, well, why don't we go crash this party? See what's what, you know, just go over there. Hey, AJ, welcome in. Firm, good to see you. So after a few minutes of listening to these chicks, we looked at each other. It's like, all right, we're gonna go hit this party up. We've got it. We've got the address. We know who it is. It's not like, you know, we're gonna be we're not totally foreign to the place. So we're gonna go to the party. So we go to this party, and actually, it was a little bit more hoity-toity than we were expecting. The party was specifically for a group of doctorate students that had finished their thesis but had not received their doctorate yet.
Right.
And we get there, and of course, I worked in a dirt work, and so I had not gotten a chance to go by and change. So I am covered in every manage of just decrepitude you could imagine. I'm covered red clay, just it's not a pretty sight, but I figured, screw it. I was going up there to drink and sit down and drink anyway. So I get there. It's not that kind of a party. These people are walking around with like freaking coffee and suits and gowns, and they let us in.
Well, I mean,
they let us in.
It's on them then.
We shrugged at each other, just went in, sat down, started drinking coffee, just like we'd been. Yes, Kelly, I see you. John P. Adventures. Welcome in, bud. Appreciate you coming. Leslie, good to see you. So while we're sitting there, some cross chatter starts up with different people, and fast forward 4 hours, the party shuts down, and we end up sitting on the curb outside of this place with like 50 other people who are in various stages of drunken ineptitude. And he's sitting there with these three chicks, or I guess we're sitting there with these three chicks, and there's this one who is like super heavy hitting on him, and has then gotten to the point where it's like she's leaned all up on him and is like playing with his hair and like blowing in his ear and stuff. But Jesse's so dense, he doesn't really catch where this has gone, and he has convinced these girls that he's in college. And they discussed, I'm talking hours of BS, just absolute trash. None of it was real. And then nobody realizes it until she goes, so what are you here to get? He says, my doctorate. She said, what are you getting a doctorate in? And his eyes go this big around, and he turns and looks me straight in the face and said, doctoring.
We carried it all the way until shit.
But here's the thing, the whole crowd goes dead silent, looks down at him, and she got this big dopey grin on her face and said, okay, and everybody goes back to talking. That girl took him home that night. He went home with that girl.
Fair play to him, because in that moment her mind glitched and she just went, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The doctorate in doctrine. or yeah, like he's
Don't
he's
know.
just
I
playing.
think she just wanted it that bad. He could have said
Yeah.
bovine wrestling, and she'd have been cool with it.
What's your doctorate in? Picking
He
up
did
girls.
the dude. He did the extended doctorate.
That's
The
just
whole place
brilliant.
goes
Mate.
quiet. They're just staring at him. And he goes, okay. Everybody else shrugged, went on what they were doing. What was really funny about that, though, to me, other than that scene, because I mean, naturally, I just lost it. I was just laughing. I had to go sit in the car for a little while to get myself back together because that was hilarious. But what was really cool about this joint where the party had been held, the people that were running the place realized that none of these people were going to be leaving until they sobered up and started sending really high-end coffee out. So we had these guys walking around up and down the sidewalk, just handing out fresh coffee. And so it was actually a really cool party. It got way cooler after it went outside though.
Right, I'll tell you what, dude. I need to I am gonna get my guitar out.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna start a new stream to do that.
I wouldn't blame you.
Because I need to go to just nip down the shop before I need to get some milk. I've bloody run out of milk and I need another coffee. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up and come back in about half an hour with some live music. If anybody, I'm gonna set that up now actually and drop a link just if anybody does wanna.
Yep. Drop the link in private and I'll share it in my chat and they can go find you when you get started. Not StreamYard, I'm talking about just the stream link itself.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, doesn't it go into your chat when I put it in my StreamYard? It goes into
usually. But recently with StreamYard, I've noticed that some links get filtered out when dropped from StreamYard. They don't actually go into my chat from the host for whatever reason. Like I was having an argument with MedLife Bro Logic the other day. I was like, drop it backstage. She's like, well, just put it in chat. And I was like, it didn't go to my chat. Drop it backstage. But I just put it in chat. It didn't go to my chat. You want me to pin the link over here? Drop it backstage so I can put it in my chat. What's up, Derek?
It's taken me like twice as long to type
fine.
anything out. In fact, 10 times as long to type anything out now because my keyboard is like my keyboard doesn't want to work properly now. Like the L, the O, the P, the shift button. You know, it's.
Anytime if you would type it in the word politics, bro, you chill out. The L, the O, and the P are sticking.
Yeah, it's freaking. I swear it's all just to piss me off.
It does feel that way sometimes, doesn't it?
It really does because you know, and it's like, all right, okay, so it's a test, all right. I'm not going to let it piss me off.
Liar. You're gonna get mad. It happens to all of us.
Upload thumbnail. Come on. 2 seconds and this is going to be done.
Do the thumbnail thing, YouTube. Stop being mean to us. I swear sometimes it's like the YouTubes are working against us.
I mean, it's so easy for people to discount it as paranoia. It's just, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit bloody weird. I'm on a different page, so I can't see. I heard somebody came into the.
Yeah, but that's Smoking Auditor. He wants to be left backstage until you get your link and everything worked out. And then after, like, what we're gonna do, I'm trying to help you out here, and you can just tell me to stop or whatever. After you get the new live stream link up, share it here. I'll share it in my chat, and then we're gonna wait 3 or 4 minutes before we end the show, so that there's enough time for it to not only go to the chat, but for people to actually click it and click notify, hit the like button over there and everything, you know. Then you can go to the store, get your milk, and you'll have a handful of people over there waiting on you when you get back. Hopefully. What's up, Nicholas? Welcome in, bud.
I'll drop it in the chat as well.
Yeah.
I'll drop it in both.
Stick it everywhere you can stick it. We'll do everything we can with it.
There you go. I think that's it. That should be it. Go and check it.
We'll double check, make sure. Yep, that's it. Your beautiful puppy face. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As your roving primate entertainer of the day, that is his next stream, which will be in about 15 minutes or so.
It's set up for half past 3. It's set up for 3:30, so it'll be in half an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah. Latest. I'm just gonna run down and get some.
Yeah, my daddy went out for milk and cigarettes and never came back.
I need to get some milk and some. Do you want to come on, Smoking Auditor? Give me a thumbs up. No, all right, mate. No worries.
Whenever right before you go out, bring him up. I'll talk to him for a minute, and we'll be done.
All right. So hang on, because I was going to end this stream when I go to the shop.
Right. You can, but bring him up before you leave.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he can talk to you backstage. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we leave, it'll shut down.
All right. Yeah. Cool. All right, peeps. So thank you very much for being here and listening to me fucking whinge and whine about YouTube and its shenanigans.
Yeah, you'll like it, Mitch. I think you'll enjoy this guy's content. Some guy. The goal.
My content now is really just it's about the music now. Really, I've done 7 years of making content on YouTube, had over 4,000 videos and 2 channels deleted, and I hate repeating myself, and that just feels it's just I feel like I'm always repeating myself. So it's just about it. I'd rather repeat the music now. It's the only thing of any value that I seem to have to give to anybody. So yeah, thank you very much for being here. We'll play out with a video, and I'll see you all in 25 minutes.
Lovely.
There's 2 words that are important. One is bro. Hey, bro. Oh, okay, bro. Everything. Come on, bro. Used to be dude. Remember when women would say, hey, dude, they would, well, it's bro. Used to be bruh. Bro. Come on, bro. Let me go, bro. You can't do that, bro. You can't believe it. Overnight. I've never heard this. The second one is the word literally. You don't understand. I'm literally standing here, and I literally called you, bro. I literally called you. Nobody is suggesting you didn't literally, versus figuratively. Yes, I know you go, I'm literally standing here. I'm literally under arrest. Okay, stop saying literally. What does that mean? Really? What do you think that word means? He's literally dead. Yes, I know he's literally. They literally don't understand what the hell they're literally saying, bro. I literally hate it, bro. Literally. I'm sorry. Now you got me doing it. What am I saying? I literally have me saying literally. Literally. And by the way, once you notice it, that's all you hear.